Hey, David, you know what makes our show great?
What's that, Kevin?
No ads. You know what would make it better?
What's that, Kevin?
Ads.
What if, and I'm just spitballing here, we do ads for independent creators at reasonable rates?
How reasonable?
Overly. How about $2 per episode pre-roll?
That is almost too reasonable.
Might as well go for it. Let's send everyone to the contact page for Supernatural Selection.
SupernaturalSelectionPod.com/contact?
Exactly. Just have them scroll down to the Advertise With Us section for more information.
That sounds great. Now let's record the ad.
Kevin,
Yes, David?
we just did.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin the Bastard. This is our first live recorded Weekend Weird with members from the Discord. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
Live? Is that why all these people are here in the house? There's like 30 people back here. Do I have to feed them all? I mean, we only have one bathroom they can use. I mean, come on, think about these things.
Mike, I know you're making a joke, but if you look behind you in the door, in the darkness, Sasquatch, raccoons, and possums. Yeah. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing well. Very excited to be doing our first live episode. The funny thing is, no one will know it's live aside from us saying it is, because we do not have anyone listening who is able to talk right now.
Yes, but if you join our Discord, you can watch us do this. You can talk in the chat with us live as we record. Mm-hmm. We might actually read what you're saying on the show. Who knows?
And who knows what the future may bring. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. There are so many things that could, may, or won't happen. So,
I'm sorry, this chat is going to get really distracting.
It is.
I'm out of popcorn.
Yeah.
For the chat.
Sam would like to use the water closet, speaking of. Now, before we get going, housekeeping, we have another new patron.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Patreon, Ruth Ann Beverly. She is currently at the $10 donation level, and let me tell you, she is now queen of the podcast. The newest patron is always the queen or king of the podcast. So, Ruth Ann, we bow to you. Thank you for your contribution. There shall be more material coming this weekend.
King, queen, or themperor.
Or the emperor. Thank you, Mike. We have to be respectful.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's the Weekend Weird, as always. And, David, I'm going to make you go first.
Okay, it feels like we do this every other week.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, do you want me to go first instead?
No, I'm good. I got a real fucked up one for us.
Oh, great. Does it involve dead animals like Mike usually does?
No dead animals, just
good.
A dying brain. Okay.
Oh, Christ.
Tell me, gentlemen, do you know about Logan Paul?
Unfortunately.
God damn it, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and post this in the chat so even our audience can check this out, but Logan Paul has figured out the universe.
Oh.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah,
Did he really?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I got to turn on my keyboard.
Hey, that would be a good thing.
Did he figure out the universe, or did he find salvia?
Oh, that's
he did what every teenager does. So I'm just going to go ahead and read what he did. Okay. So, he has a big old infinity symbol on the top of his journal.
Right.
Infinity is a concept. Doesn't exist in the natural universe, with an asterisk. Sphere/circle equal God shape, celestial bodies.
Okay.
Universe is likely finite and contained and spherical. Time, arrow, infinite question mark. Eventually, all stars will die equal no more light. If universe is contained, has an end, can we assume apple in a box theory?
What?
Pain cure recurrence. When everything is dead and dust and becomes a dense collection of matter because gravity, black holes everywhere. Universe essentially collapses on itself, high density and temperature, Big Bang, with 3 exclamation points.
3 of them.
A recursive circle, universe repeats. Life is cyclical. We become the apple again. Conclusion. Nothing matters except for the time we have now and each other. Each other is circled.
Yes.
Love. A force of attraction similar to gravity. And then the asterisk, black holes / wormholes, laws of physics no longer apply, infinity exists, multiverse, but who or what created and why? God. He figured it fucking out, man. He figured it out.
Yeah, I remember having this similar conclusion when I was 13 as well.
Yeah. But he's like 30.
Yeah.
So I...
Also, I had the conclusion that the universe is like a game of Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike did have... That's actually where you... Yeah, you know how in Pac-Man you go through one hole and you come out the hole on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the universe works.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is actually slightly more coherent than Time Cube.
I was wondering what you
And-
thought about it compared to Time Cube.
It's,
No, I followed this, whereas Time Cube brain just went. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I mean, yeah, all right. It's stupid because it just ends with love. And I don't really... I mean, that's dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever read, but this is definitely someone who just now hit some level of emotional maturity that everybody else hit like 10 years prior.
It's also kind of one of those things people are like, well, what if it just all collapses back because of gravity? And yeah, that until you find out that the universe is expanding so fast that no known force would make it collapse again that we know of.
Right.
So that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
The universe, the inflation theory of the universe.
I just want to bring up that this is stupid. No,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
I also
really.
seem to equate that if when the universe goes dark, it basically is the same as a black hole, which is not the same. A universe without light does not mean it is the same as a black hole.
Well, and here's the reason why we're all wrong about this, and he's right.
Okay,
He
why are we
makes
wrong?
a shitload of money boxing
yeah.
people. Like,
Yeah.
just not even being a real boxer.
Is that Logan
Just
or
like-
Jake?
I
think it was
don't know. It's
Logan.
one of them.
I think it
The
was
fact
Logan
that there's
that
more than
boxed.
one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
There's two of those, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is Logan.
Okay.
Yeah, named after one of the best X-Men, but he's one of the worst people.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go ahead and say that, like, God, I keep having a point, and then the minute I go to say it, it leaves my brain because I don't want to think that much more about this.
I just love the handwriting and then it's like the little emphasis on things.
And you know he's writing this in, like, a Moleskine because he thinks it's, like, that important. This is, like, his Grail diary.
He doesn't buy like Dollar Tree daily planners like the rest of us peons.
Oh, yeah, no. He probably goes out and gets Hobonichis.
This,
He probably
this
has
is,
like a dip plan.
This is the Notebook of Kings right here.
Ain't it, though?
The old cheapo thing.
Yep. Now, I am going to... Okay. Basically...
Damn, wide
There
world,
you go.
bitch.
Oh, hell yeah. You fancy. Got that college ruled shit.
Yeah, now I've got a journal fetish. I buy like journals. So, but what I was going to say is, he basically just proved to himself that time works like in that episode of Futurama.
Except everything's like 3 feet lower.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's fun. And dumb.
He probably got really, really high and watched that episode of Futurama and then tried to pass it off as his own idea.
I could see that. I could really see that happening.
Nice little warm up for us, I think.
Yeah,
I think this
no,
one's
it's a good way to start. Here's one
It's
that
so dumb.
here's one that the minute I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, we got to talk about this."
Mm-hmm.
Amazon expands pay with your palm technology. Amazon's palm recognition service is being deployed as a standalone payment option for the first time at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle.
This is on ZDNet, right?
Yes, ZDNet, for those that remember Ziff Davis.
Fuck,
I
dude.
never met him.
Yep,
Wasn't he played by John Lovitz in The Simpsons?
probably.
Nah, I'm making an Artie Ziff joke. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know, it's okay. I was actually thinking of the critics, so...
It stinks.
Buy my book! Buy my book!
We're in a real quizumbuck.
Yes. Quizbo.
God, that show was so good.
It was. I miss it. So, thanks to advances in technologies like near-field communication, NFC, and cloud computing, contactless payment options are increasingly common. 2 years ago, Amazon debuted a device called Amazon One, which lets you pay for an item in store with effectively just a wave of your hand. Now,
It's like the shittiest Jedi power.
I know.
This isn't the
Yeah.
credit card you're looking
Yeah,
for.
no, you waves like, these aren't the shit, I'm broke. Now, for the first time, Amazon One is being deployed as a standalone payment option starting this weekend. The palm recognition and payment devices will be available for customers to use at 3 concession areas at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. So, I've seen this in action, and you basically just hold your hand over the thing, it beeps, and you leave. And I get the feeling that Bezos was like reading Revelation going, what can we do to like really rile up conspiracy theorists? Because there are so many times, like you go to look up Amazon Pay with Palm, and the very next autofill is like Mark of the Beast. And I mean, I get it, but it's also like Mike's point. Mike, you had a point about that.
I mean, I don't remember. I had several points about this. I don't know which one you're inferring.
The fact that it's not a sign.
I mean, because it's just reading things that are already there. So if that's the mark of the beast, it just means you were born with the mark of the beast. Now, if it required you to like get one of those like NFC implants or something, like, you know, when you chip your pet,
Yeah.
that sure, I could give them that could be the mark of the beast.
Sure.
That's like saying your face is the mark of the beast because they, you know, create a facial recognition system that can categorize, you know, terrorists or whatever.
Look, as for the face being the mark of the beast, can we not talk about my mom and the hurtful things she said?
Shit.
That would be hair being the mark of the beast because she looked like a mushroom cloud.
Okay, yeah, but do you remember what I told you she said when I drew my goatee? And it was bright red, and she said my face looked like a puckered red goat's asshole.
Jesus Christ.
And she wanted me to shave it, so I kept it for like 10 years.
Spite.
Yeah, just spite.
Jesus.
Half of my life is fueled by spite.
Kevin
So,
Kevin continued doing a comic out of spite.
I did. Coda's World started because somebody was like, what, you did another one? I was like, all right, fuck you. Here's 5 years of fucking story. But yeah, I also, one of my nieces recently used this Amazon One palm payment thing. I was like, of course it rolled out in Utah.
Get the Mormons.
Yeah, of course they're going to go with it.
All I know is that if I want to feel like a Jedi, I'm going to go to an automatic door at a grocery store and hold my hand out.
Oh, yeah, no. You do like Obi-Wan and you do that whoosh thing with your finger, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep,
no, it'd be
still do
great.
it. Every time. Every time.
Yeah. Oh, Mike's got his lightsaber out. Put that thing up.
hold-
That's filthy.
Well, you said Jedi.
Yeah.
But he was holding it like it was in Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's true. I've got one, but I don't have batteries in it right now. So, yeah. But I just think it's interesting that they've got this, and like, I feel like it's still going to work like the tap thing at our store, where it doesn't work half the time.
Oh yeah, no, there's going to
And
be someone. There's going to be someone that like left their shit at home, didn't even have left their phone in the car. So like, I'm going to pay with my palm.
And then they're going to try to like slide their fucking fingers through the card reader.
Or,
No, they're going to get. They're going
like,
to get there, and it's just going to deny, and they'd be like, "But I didn't bring anything else." You know.
or they forget to take their hand with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, that's awful.
Oh shit! I left it at home. I left it in the wife.
Shoot! What? No! God, that's terrible. What the fuck?
I mean, I've already had a few people that only brought their phone in to pay for something, and when that didn't work, they're like, "My card's in my car. I need to be right back."
Yeah, I know.
Walk of shame out
it's
to the car.
Always American Express.
Oh yeah, because American Express doesn't work on our American Express tap doesn't work on our machines, but everything else does, and just chip American Express works. But
yeah, technology, yes, but this whole palm payment thing, I was just like, he is trolling people at this point that are into conspiracies, and I was like, well, we got to talk about this because, I mean, hell, what are your feelings on it, David?
Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it's probably going to be a thing that I'm going to have to get used to. Like, I still don't, excuse me, I still don't do like the contactless payment at all.
Yeah.
Like, I know I can do it. I don't. There's just something about like sliding the card or now doing the chip thing.
Right.
I just,
I just like inserting it in.
I have a smartwatch that I like to do the beepy thing with.
Sure.
Yeah. Until like I have to do it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like my bank doesn't have the contactless thing on the card, but I've got it in my phone, so I could do that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't a Mississippi bank a chicken coop?
It is a mattress, thank you very much.
Yeah, you just shove your money under the mattress.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
And the little goblin's like, yes, give me your money.
Yes. Well, wait, that's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, no, that's the Hogwarts game, apparently.
That's J.K. Rowling for you. Again with this bitch.
I saw a thing where apparently the devs were trying to be inclusive, and they do have a female-bodied character, but with a male voice to be.
Yeah, but its name is like Transy McTrans or something.
No, it's not that bad.
Sirona Ryan. That's the name of the character.
Sirona Ryan.
So, Sir, and then Ryan. Masculine surname. Again, it's like
They tried.
And I don't agree with 100% with the complete like boycott of this game, because you have to realize, yes, JK makes money off of it, but there's all these developers that were put on the game, and not buying it out of spite kind of hurts them.
I understand, but no, Sam just pointed out they have a canonically trans character, but then the entire game is anti-Semitic.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then again, the goblins were always kind of already like that.
Oh,
and of course,
come on, they get giant
the only
hooked
Asian
noses.
character. Yeah, the only Asian character being named Cho Chang.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Christ.
yeah. JK was a piece of work. Piece of work.
Yeah.
Well, when I had read some like development stuff, and I guess Cho Chang was supposed to have a brother.
Oh no.
His name was Ching Chang.
And then their parents were Walla Walla and Bing Bang. Oh my God! Let's move on. Holy Christ, Mike! What have you got for us, bud?
So the quote unquote face on Mars.
I'm familiar with that. I wonder why.
So it's been a thing for since the 70s, 60s?
Yeah, ever
even?
since the the Viking probe took that orbital picture.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
It was this rock formation that kind of looked like how would you describe it? Like almost pharaoh-y looking,
It
kind of
kinda looks
headdressy.
like a guy in a bucket helmet, like Roman almost, without the feathers. So it looks like an Iron Minecraft helmet.
Well, hang on to your butts because they found a rock formation that looks like a bear's face on Mars.
I saw that, but the thing is, it's Pedo Bear.
Yeah, it's kind of cartoony, so it kind of is reminiscent of Pedo Bear.
It looks like Pedo Bear. So,
So not only were there a race of ancient humanoids on Mars, there were also ancient sentient bears, Pedo Bears on Mars.
they were called the Abstinians.
So here's the problem with it. It looks like that meme of "it's just my art style." I'm going to paste that
Yeah,
so you can see
a
it.
pretty derpy bear. Oh, gosh, yes.
Yes, the eyes are dead on and the nose is side. It's like how I draw characters.
We're going to have that in the notes. I'm just going to put that in the notes in case we post the notes for people.
Yeah, no, I love the fucking wolf. My brain's trying to parse it as real. But yeah, no, that's what the bear face on Mars looks like. And conspiracy theorists are saying that this is on purpose. Because
So I do like the almost perfect circle around it.
that's questionable.
But I mean, I think that just says it's probably, ancient volcanic.
Or like some weird
And the eyes,
yeah.
the eyes are obviously just like asteroid impact craters. But the snout looks like it was some kind of volcanic, not Vulcan. Vulcan would be Spock. This is volcanic activity, and maybe it collapsed in a bit, which gave it that kind of ring. Not just me. I mean, the article I have here, I don't think actually says what it is, but it looks
Yeah.
like a bear.
Yeah.
I love him. He just needs his ears, and I can put him on a T-shirt.
You can do that. You can add ears. I'm just saying, the Derpy Bear from Mars should be a children's book.
Mars needs honey.
But you don't.
Bother.
You don't hear them talking about this formation on Mars.
No, because actually you do, but not in a. Do we really want to go into the Jewish Martian conspiracy?
Not really.
I'll save that for our upcoming episode I'm working on. David, did I tell you about this one? I've got an episode planned called "Leave the Jews Alone."
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks.
Please.
Yeah,
Please leave the Jews alone.
Please leave the Jews alone.
They've had it hard enough.
Yeah.
Buy them some soup.
So, they'll take the soup, please. So, yeah. Thank you, Mike. I'm glad we get to see the Martian bear. I like him. He's fun. So, I got another one that hits close to home for me and Mike, actually.
Okay.
All right. Here in Mississippi, this is from the Daily Leader, which sounds like a Stormfront thing, but
It really does. It sounds super sus.
yeah, it does. So I apologize in advance if this gets real weird. But man reports Black Panther sighting in Bogue Chitto, which is here in Mississippi.
Hey, I used to go there and go tubing.
That's right. It's actually Bogue Chitto, but
Yes,
we're from Mississippi.
Chitto.
It's Bogue Chitto.
Bogue Chitto.
Bogue Chitto.
And you'd go there and pay someone to take you down in a old school bus and rent a tube from them, and you'd just float down the river.
damn river, yeah.
And they'd pick you up. It's great because they'd pick you up at the other end
And drive you back.
and drive you back. So you could drink all you want while floating down the river on an inner tube.
I never got the chance to go.
Problem
but
is that was the main draw because you just bring coolers and shit. About 10 years ago, they outlawed drinking alcohol on there because so many people died because they were just piss drunk and drowning. They outlawed alcohol, and then we've never been back because what's the point? I don't want to float down the river sober.
that's like fishing, sober.
Yeah,
Or hunting, sober.
Who wants to do that? You're just like sitting in a boat or sitting in a freaking tree sober.
I know. So
Floating down the river sober is
living in a tube down by the river.
Sounds like a song.
It does. It sounds like something by oh my God, who did Freebird?
Skinner.
Skinner.
Maybe it's by a troll named Wailing Jennings.
Wailing. Ah! All right, so Boca Chita. Bobcats might be a common sighting in Boca Chita, but black panthers are a rarity. The last reported Black Panther sighting in Mississippi came from a man in Washington just north of Natchez in 2019. Douglas McClin said he saw a Black Panther on his property on Lee Drive in Boca Chita on January 18th. It was about 4 p.m. when the big dark cat walked across a 10-foot wide lane for ATVs he had cut behind his house. It was as clear as a blacktop, McClin said, and leads to a 30-foot drop-off of a bluff down to a creek. McClin was working on his lawnmower and discovered the battery was dead. I don't know why that's in there. He brought his four-wheeler around the house, saw his black dog underneath his truck, and pulled around to the back of the lawnmower. He saw a silhouette move through the trees and eased over to where he could see the cleared travel lane, killed the four-wheeler's engine, and waited. Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something black. I couldn't tell what kind of animal it was at first, but I knew it wasn't my dog, McClin said. I waited to see what it was, and I saw it was a big cat as it crossed the lane. It walked across and never picked its head up or nothing. The cat didn't look at me. I knew it was a panther. He called the Mississippi Department of MDWFP office in Magnolia to report the sighting, but they told him the state doesn't have black panthers. McClin did not have a photo or a trail cam set up on his property, as he no longer hunts, but he does enjoy seeing the wildlife. Sitting on the four-wheeler, he watched it and stayed as still as he could.
That's the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks.
I figured, but I didn't know what the P was, because I figured it wasn't parakeets. He didn't have his phone with him to take a picture because he didn't expect to see anything behind the house besides a deer or maybe a squirrel. It was definitely a panther. It had a long tail. It's curled up at the end. I seen the whole cat walk across. There's no mistaking it. Maybe someone else around here has seen one, or is one of them trail cameras.
I've never seen a feline with a curled up tail at the end.
I have at the zoo. But it goes on to talk about the fact that, yeah, he's seen bobcats, he's seen house cats on the land. But, yeah, here's the thing. I know a lot of people that have seen black panthers in Mississippi. I have heard black panthers out in Raymond. I have a friend...
So you could tell their color by their voice? That's racist.
Yeah, okay, fair. But I had a friend's father, his aunt was killed on horseback by a panther. I mean, she was on horseback, not the panther.
Same shit happened to me on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Got my shit kicked in by a black panther.
Yeah, no, I mean, it jumped up, pulled her off the damn horse in front of the house, and mauled her to death.
Jesus.
Yeah, they didn't have a gun, so they didn't, who's going to go out and, fist fight a panther? For, 70-year-old Aunt Julep or whatever.
Killmonger would.
Sure, okay, but that's to put another weird tattoo. The point is, there are a horrendous number of sightings in Mississippi of these large black cats.
A horrendous number that you can count on two hands.
Oh, hush. But the point is, the authorities and scientists are like, no black cats in Mississippi. It's like, I think maybe you should look a little closer, because this is literally the definition of a cryptid. Not like, Hopkinsville goblins or Mothman or something. This is literally a real animal that might exist. And we should look into it more. It gets me mad every time I hear that, because, the number of people I have known that drove out to, Raymond or somewhere to, find a secluded spot to make out and seen one of these things. And then just reports, So I just,
or
or
they don't exist.
Or you're shitting in my pudding.
No, I'm pissing in your Cheerios. It's a bit different.
Okay, well, that's fair. All right. So
I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that there are panthers out there.
I know. And I was talking to Fry earlier about that. There's been some sightings of stuff like that up in southern Illinois. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's legit worth looking into closer without just going, fuck you, you're
So
dumb.
here's the problem, is that since you say that people say there's nothing there, that sounds like if you could prove it, it would make your, animal studies to career. I don't know what the exact term.
Yeah, sure. But
So you'd think if there was any credible evidence, people would actually be researching that.
you would think that, but I'm sure somebody's sitting there going, the biology books have already been written.
Kevin, you do not know how freaking academics are looking to prove themselves.
That's also true, but, I don't
If there was any real credibility to it, there would be people looking to actually prove it.
I guess so, but I still think there's a chance.
Well, why don't you go prove it?
Because I don't want to get mauled to death.
You don't have to get mauled
Look.
to death.
Okay, mauled to near death. Look, okay, the only thing I got going for me is I got this watch. You see this watch on camera? This is a wooden watch with a compass in it, meaning if I don't get mauled to death by a bear or a panther, I can not quite find my way out because the compass doesn't work.
Here's the other thing, too. That person brought up trail cameras, which is a good point. This is Mississippi. There have to be at least in the in the 6 digits, the number of trail cams people have out there. And if they haven't caught a black cat yet, seems a little sus.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Kevin, you just held up a watch on camera in a podcast.
Yeah.
For you two.
Okay.
For you two. And I described it as a wooden watch with a compass on it.
Okay. I'm sorry, it was just very funny to me.
Well, Ghost Force just kind of equated all this to it's drunk rednecks.
It's possible. Maybe it was a goat and they just thought it was a cat.
What? Goat
Maybe it
and
was
cat are
maybe it was a
two.
black goat.
If it's a black goat, it's Satan.
Well, depending on how inbred you are, you may not be able to tell.
Look, this guy's from Louisiana. That did not help my case at all.
No.
No. Mike, you're from Louisiana.
Being from Louisiana, I will say that doesn't help much. It does not extend credibility. It doesn't hurt it, really, but it does not prove anything.
No, it really doesn't. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after these messages. Hey, David, you know what makes our show great?
What's that, Kevin?
No ads. You know what would make it better?
What's that, Kevin?
Ads.
What if, and I'm just spitballing here, we do ads for independent creators at reasonable rates?
How reasonable?
Overly. How about $2 per episode pre-roll?
That is almost too reasonable.
Might as well go for it. Let's send everyone to the contact page for Supernatural Selection.
SupernaturalSelectionPod.com/contact?
Exactly. Just have them scroll down to the Advertise With Us section for more information.
That sounds great. Now let's record the ad.
Kevin,
Yes, David?
we just did.
And we're back. So, let's go on with our next couple of stories there. David, what have you got up for us next?
Okay, I got a fun one for you because I'm a petty person.
Yeah?
Okay, this is from UPI. This is from their odd news category on February 3rd, 2023.
Oh, I love that section.
Loose cow in California breaks windshield, poops on Tesla.
I feel good about this already.
Yeah, it's a feel good story.
A feel-good
So
story
it's
of the year.
it's just a very short one. Police in California wrangled a loose bovine that managed to shatter a windshield and leave an unsavory mess in a cow-lision with a Tesla.
Oh, they should leave that to us.
The Pleasanton Police Department said in a Facebook post that officers responded late Wednesday night about a loose cow wandering to traffic along Bernal and Stanley. Officers arrived to find the brown cow running around the area. They determined the animal had been in a cow-lision, they used the same pun twice, with a sedan that shattered the vehicle's windshield and left its hood covered in what appeared to be feces. The cow was not injured and was safely returned to its owner with some help from local ranchers, police said.
Okay, I got two things to say about that. First off, I keep picturing man-eating cow from The Tick. Secondly, how was the title of that story not How Now, Brown Cow?
Right? I don't like the fact that they used the same pun twice.
No, that's cheap. Mike, what's another pun?
It was a moosiker.
I like that. I should have asked David because that's our pun meister, but
Hey, come on! I'm known to sling a pun or two.
Oh, and there's even pictures in the article.
that's
So there's pictures of the shit all over the Tesla, which I find funny. But then there's a picture of like a rancher, and there's police, and then there's the brown cow being led away.
yeah, in cuffs.
No, unfortunately, no cuffs. He's gonna go out and kill again.
Okay.
So have you gentlemen ever experienced like a cow where it shouldn't be?
Yeah, I'm from Pulaski originally.
Kevin, it's Pulaski. Cows belong there.
It's
Not cows where they shouldn't
road.
be. That's where they belong in Pulaski. There's no place in Pulaski where cows don't belong.
Okay, that's fair, but still, I've told you the story of one of my former bosses waking up with a hangover on the car ride back from New Orleans, right?
No.
Okay. They're on their way back from New Orleans in the 60s, and they're in a convertible. And he wakes up, and he looks over to the left, and a cow streams by. And he looks over to the right, and another cow streams by. And he's like, what? And he looks up, and they are weaving through. There's just a herd of cows loose on the road. They're in a convertible with the top down, going top speed, with one dude standing in the middle of the bench seat in the front yelling, "You got it! You got it!" And he's like, if we hit one cow, we're fucking dead. But somehow they made it all the way back to Ole Miss.
Yeah, I work at a college, and they have an annex campus that's out in the middle of nowhere near the desert.
Right.
I was working there one night, and I look out the window, and I see a cow in the parking lot. Just a cow wandering from a local ranch. You know, we called like animal control or whatever, and they took care of it. But it was very surreal just to be in this like little slice of a parking lot.
And here's a cow.
And just seeing a cow. Yeah, and the cow wasn't doing anything.
It's just there.
Just like,
well,
just wandering, being a cow.
Cows are intensely stupid, so they're not going to do much anyway.
Well, except shit on Teslas.
Sure, but that's because they have good taste.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I picture you calling animal control. It's like, yeah, no, we'll get there. Hang up. Steve, get the big net. No, it's another cow.
I'm trying to come up with like a Leslie Knope headline for this article, and the closest I can get is "Brown Cow Leaves Brown Crown," and that's the closest I can get right now.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm just glad it was a Tesla. If it was anything, I'm just glad it was a Tesla.
Yeah. You know, it's like I'm seeing shit and I'm seeing a Tesla, and I'm like, what's the difference?
Here's a question, guys. What's a car that doesn't deserve to have cow shit on it?
Fucking AMC Pacer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had it hard enough.
What about a Beretta, Mike?
Nah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a Beretta.
So it does not deserve to have cow
Sure.
shit. Okay.
Not. I'm trying to remember. Oh, geez.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Wow, some
looking
intense
something up.
hatred for a Kia Soul. Wow. Goodness, Sam.
Wow. I don't know what the Kia Soul did to you, but like, damn. The GOAT.
Oh, geez, there's one car I can think of, but I can't remember the name
That
of
does or doesn't?
it. Does not.
Okay.
And it is, I know it's an Alfa Romeo,
Ooh.
but it's like one of my favorite cars ever. But yeah, it's one of these, so beautiful. It's like if I saw a cow shit on it, I was just like weep.
Yeah. Dart, welcome to the chat. And yeah, we kind of got hostilities toward Teslas. Not necessarily Teslas, the individual cars necessarily, but like,
Yeah, I mean, I really give Tesla a lot of like props. They really kickstarted the, electric car thing.
Yes.
When you don't get cooked to death in them, yes.
It's the electric car equivalent of a Pinto.
And from what I've seen, it's not that bad. It is really not as off. It does not happen. It happens about as often as a combustion engine car. Although the problem is that once the fire starts, you just can't put it out really, because it's just burning through all those batteries.
That and it's like impossible to open too.
But well,
they had some real issues with like people trying to open it. And then the other day I saw a thing where a dude's steering wheel came off his Tesla.
yeah, I mean, there's quality control problems. I give them that.
Hey,
but
again, nothing necessarily against Tesla per se. It's more
I mean,
hurts the reputation
what
of
he's
Elon Musk.
saying, there are legitimate
no,
issues.
totally.
Yeah.
So
Maybe somebody should be spending less time on Twitter and more time focusing on his electric cars.
Well, no, I mean, here's the problem is that I fully believe like SpaceX and Tesla have gotten where they are. They got where they are with Elon's money, but not his input.
yes.
So I think he was funding them, and the people behind it were really the ones that just as long as they had the money to keep going.
Ghost Forge just said they get more done with him dealing with Twitter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can completely agree with that.
But the one I was thinking of is the Alfa Romeo 33 Straddle, however you say that.
Strudel?
It's Italian, so.
Okay.
Stradale. You just have to, do the hand thing. Stradale.
Hey, at least it made the
Stradle.
trains run on time.
Stradle.
But it's just a very, very pretty car.
Right. Well, that's like me and the Veyron.
Yep.
Mike, you remember the Bugatti Veyron,
Yeah.
right? They had on Top Gear and they had Captain Slow drive it.
Yes.
What are we click and clack now with Car Talk?
We're not laughing nearly enough to be click and clack.
God, I miss those two.
I know. So I got an article.
Okay.
Bizarre news story of the day from last year. Jupiter apparently eats other planets.
Ooh.
A new report, again from last year, suggests that the king of planets has the remains of other planets hidden inside it. All things considered, Jupiter seems like a pretty scary place. More than 300 times bigger than Earth and twice the size of all the rest of our solar system's planets combined. The king of planets, which I guess it's related to the king of beers, has double the strength of our gravity and an exceptionally dense, dry atmosphere. And you know that big red dot on its surface? Well, apparently that's a storm that's been raging for centuries. Truly terrifying stuff. But some scientists now reckon that Jupiter could be even more beastly than we previously thought. An article in the journal Astronomy and Astrophysics says that the planet may have become its ginormous, monstrous self by eating other planets. The paper suggests that Jupiter has the remains of other planets hidden inside it. While the theory that Jupiter was born out of other planets has been around for a while, a clearer picture was revealed after the planet's infamous gases temporarily parted and NASA's Juno space probe was able to get some data about its core. That data was able to give scientists a better idea of what Jupiter looks like under its massive gas clouds. Apparently, the chemical makeup of the planet's core indicates that Jupiter likely swallowed up lots of small planets called planetesimals and space rocks to boost its own growth, which makes you pretty glad that Earth is a solid 742 million kilometers from Jupiter, eh? If you're interested in learning more about the scientists' finding, you can read the full article at the link in this article. And this is from timeout.com. So,
Not the only time we'll be hearing about Jupiter tonight.
yeah.
Is it ascending?
No, my last story involves Jupiter as well. Jupiter is a real messy bitch.
It is. And you know, Jupiter kind of, you know, we're still here because Jupiter is there running interference.
Yeah, no, Jupiter is like, I know the scale of the universe is incredible, and there are things that are larger than Jupiter, but something about Jupiter is always just so fascinating to me and like impossible for me to like contextualize.
See, that's what I like about the about 2001 and 2010. You know, they're very Jupiter centric.
Jupiterian.
That is a very nice car. Thank you for posting that.
Yes.
But I do like Fry said BRB starting a Jupiter Vor DeviantArt account. So that's good.
Well, so here's the thing is that pretty much all the planets you see today in our solar system were not the original planets. Like even
no.
Earth and the moon seem to come from two other like smaller bodies, like just smashing the ever-living fuck out of each other.
Hey, babe, want to smash? Yeah, no, it's like it was Earth.
It was a smaller
2
Earth
point-
and a Mars-sized, object, slammed.
Yeah,
and
I think they refer to as Earth 1.0, and Theia was the body that hit us.
Yeah.
And collided and coalesced into Earth and the Moon as the binary system we are now.
So, it just
Or that's
not
what
surprise
Patrick
me.
Stewart told me.
Yeah. In his sexy Patrick Stewart voice.
That was a terrible script in that thing. Hearing Patrick Stewart say, "But there are other theories about our lucky moon."
I've seen everything.
I've seen it all.
Voices Kevin can't do. I don't know.
I'm just
Light
picturing
must be drawn.
Jupiter
Yeah.
like Jupiter Katamari Dama seeing everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
It started out as an asteroid and the prince was pushing it and they just got tired. And I just picture the king of all cosmos. We're moved to tears by the size of the thing.
Hey, I told you not to look in my pants.
Hey.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. All right, that got weird. But anyway, I thought it was interesting that the idea that Jupiter is basically like like Leela's prom dress of planets.
I'm trying to remember the line about the carpet.
Yes, it was it's like talking about Fry's brainwaves, and Leela said, like a prom dress made of carpet samples. Yes, like your prom dress. That's one of my
Futurama.
favorite. I love that fucking show so much. Oh Christ, Mike!
man.
Mike, have you got a second one for us?
So we're still kind of early in the year. I mean, I know it's February, but how about predictions for the year 2023 as from 1923.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
So haven't read this through, so it may be all duds.
We may have some racism in there too, considering
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
1923. We
see
believe
here.
that people that are not pure white will eventually die out.
Fuck.
Good night. It is now predicted that by the year 2023, only a mere little stretch of a century ahead, women will probably be shaving their heads. And,
yeah?
and the men will be wearing curls. Also, the maidens may pronounce it. Oh, okay, I'm just...
Mike had a stroke.
Yeah, also the maids may pronounce it the height of style in personal primming to blacken their teeth. Won't we be pretty?
Whoa, what? Blacken their- like-
So women
charcoal
will shave their
toothpaste.
heads and blacken their teeth.
So, like, I want to understand, like, were they just fucking making this shit up as they go, or was
I
there
kind of think so.
something
This is
going
just
on?
I mean-
shitty speculation.
I don't know.
Why, by God, if we give these women the right to vote, they'll shave their heads and start losing teeth.
No more hard work by 2023. Dr. Charles P. Steinmetz, the electrical expert, believes that the time is coming when there will be no long drudgery and that people will toil not more than 4 hours a day, owing to the work of electricity.
Man.
He visualizes an amazing transformation in life in 2023. Every city will be a spotless town that is to be the work of electricity.
Well, you didn't see Excel
Ow.
spreadsheets coming, Doc.
Well, they didn't know what was going to happen to the Republican Party. That's for damn sure.
Oh my God, this is great.
Christ. Well, that's like that thing I posted from 1913 where it was, the last human baby will be born in 2012 and it'll look like a Kentucky Goblin. You got any other fun ones?
It is a tract of prophecy that Glenn Curtiss, the airplane authority of, Curtiss Aircraft,
Yeah, they're still around, I bet.
well, they were absorbed by, like, I think McDonnell Douglas or something like
Probably.
Like Jupiter absorbed planets.
Exactly.
Yes. Callback.
that. Gives of air flight. He predicts that by the year 2023, gasoline as a motive power will have been replaced by... What do you think it'll be replaced by?
Nuclear fusion.
Nope.
Water.
Whale. What?
Water.
Nope.
Whale oil.
Radio.
What?
Gasoline as a motive power will have been replaced by radio, and that the skies will be filled with myriad craft sailing over well-defined routes.
So what you're saying is, hang on. I gotta fill the tank. You're listening to Z106.7, your classic rock.
Just turn into the 100,000 watt flamethrower to fill up.
99 jams in
Well,
your tank.
Everybody likes to have a little music while driving.
Yeah,
So-
but
There you go.
How about this? Fewer doctors at present diseases unknown, all people beautiful. Beauty contests will be unnecessary. There'll be so many beautiful people that it'll be almost impossible to select winners.
I want to get a time machine, pick them up, and just take them to Rankin County here in Mississippi.
The same will apply to baby contests.
Baby-
Nothing but pretty kids,
Baby-
and pretty people.
Who can have the most babies in an hour?
Which baby rolls down the hill faster?
The fat one.
By 2023, the average life of a man could be increased to 100 years. In individual cases, it could be increased to 150, perhaps 200 years.
It's kind of a long shot, but 100, I mean, we're getting there, where that's a lot more common.
A scientist says a century from now, the average length of a human life could be 300 years. Quite a change. We of today have been living that long about once a month. Wait, what?
What? Once a month, there's a 300-year-old man, and then he blows up.
It might just be like, oh man, it's been such a rough month. I feel like I've lived 300 years.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what
Kidney
it is.
cozies will be worn to protect the kidneys on chilly days. just the same as a teapot in the north is kept warm by a tea cozy.
Imagine having your kidney slot. You open your kidney slot, you wrap your little scarf around your kidney, and you close the kidney slot. And I just like saying the idea, kidney slot.
Wait, you guys haven't seen that Etsy page that sells kidney cozies? They're all crocheted. You can get one that's got like 42 on it.
Yeah, I'm going to
One
get the
has
one that
four,
has the,
one has two.
Yeah, one's the fourth Doctor scarf.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for two cozies.
Good God.
Jesus
Kidney
Christ.
cozies. What were they? What even led to that?
Now, has anyone ever had like a cold kidney before? Like
Not
it's
in
a thing to worry
particular.
about? God, my kidneys are fucking freezing
I
right
got
now.
punched in the kidney one time, but it wasn't cold.
So here's one that actually kind of got almost right. The population of the United States in the year 2023, probably 300 million, will imply an immense progress in the drainage of our lowlands in the irrigation of arid lands, which the current U.S. population is 331.9 million.
Hey, they got that one right.
Well, that's kind of one of those things that's probably easy to chart.
I really kind of thought you were going to say, in the year 2023, the entire population of the United States will be fucking stupid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We should do a 2033 prediction at some point.
We need to do that one episode.
Here's one that's way off base. Canada may well have 100 million people. She is powerful now with her fine equipment for transportation of commerce and trade, equipment sufficient to serve twice the number of people she has today. And with 100 million population, who can set bounds to the power of Canada 100 years from now? Current Canadian population, well, as of 2021, 38.25 million.
Sounds like he was fishing for like a green card to Canada
they're
or something.
about 2/3 off.
Oh, hey, look, we were really trying to go for that 100,000, but we couldn't get it. Sorry, eh?
It's just a little too cold in Saskatoon. We have to get our kidney warmers, and nobody's making them anymore.
Hey, you know who I blame? Them bastards in Quebec.
It's good fishing in Quebec.
Fucking Quebec. Fucking hate Quebec.
See here.
Any other good ones?
Yeah, I'm looking up some research. So, a new polar airline is open, making flights across the North Pole from Chicago to Hamburg possible in 18 hours.
Over the North Pole. Look, kid, Santa.
Wow, they really undershot that one.
Okay.
Currently, if you want to fly from Chicago to Hamburg, Germany, it's 7 hours.
Wow.
They really didn't expect that big of a.
But was that going through the warp void in the North Pole?
No, that's circumnavigating the flat Earth center.
Oh, see,
So-
that's
yeah.
yeah.
So we didn't account for the Northern Triangle.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
In reading a forecast of 2023, when many varieties of aircraft are flying through the heavens, we do not begin the day by reading the world's news, but by listening to it through the newspaper has gone out of business for more than a half a century before.
Okay, that's not entirely correct, but
It's getting there.
it's getting there for sure.
Yeah, like the print media is not doing well.
No,
No?
it's
But
not.
it hasn't been out of date for 50 years.
No.
50 years ago, they were thriving.
Yeah.
They were still the shit.
We'll listen to it on the Marconi machine.
Oh, yeah. The private kitchen will disappear. Tomorrow's food will be seasoned and prepared by the chemical formulas which will preserve the freshest of fruits and meats, rid them of indigestible qualities, and send them to the table ready to use. Instead of sauces that merely cozen the plate, we shall have delectable blends of concentrated vitamins, calories, ferments, and tissue tonics.
Vitamins. I just.
I know it's
Byline by
vitamins, but I
John-
decided that sounded more
Oh, yeah,
old-timey
no,
to say
that
vitamins.
definitely does.
Yeah. Byline by John Monsanto.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here going, you'll have a servant chew your food and then feed it to you like a baby bird.
I was going to say, byline by the person that made the Jetsons pill foods.
Yes.
Well, you know, there's
In the
usual,
far-off year of 2000.
you know,
This is great. I love
no
this article.
cancer.
Yeah, no cancer.
Communicate using watch-size radio telephones. By
Well-
2023, there'll be no mail between New York and San Francisco. Pittsburgh and London concerns will be record on talking films. Record, I guess, not record. Record on talking films. Orders from merchants in Peking and 1,000 miles an hour freighters will make deliveries of the goods before sunset. So basically, you order something from China, it's here the same day because of 1,000-mile-an-hour freighters.
Yeah, if they go the other way and crosses a date line, it's there the day before.
Watch-size radio telephones will keep everybody in communication with the ends of the earth.
Now,
Kinda.
when you say no mail between New York and San Francisco, does that account for the femboys?
Yes.
Okay,
so
guys,
the
this is Ginger. That's our big
Ginger
fat kitty.
She was being attention seeking.
just a tail.
Just a tail right in front of Mike. Yep, that's our girl.
Yeah, so I think that rounds out the
Yeah,
predictions. What do you rate the predictions
I rate them
of
hilarious.
100 years ago?
I rate them
Yes.
hilarious. That's all that matters is the entertainment value we get out of it now.
Yes.
I rate them as we're going to come up with our own predictions for a future episode.
And I feel like we need to find more predictions like this from the past. So, yeah, thank you for that, Mike. That was really fun.
Yeah, that came in clutch.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I had another one, but it's not really that interesting. David, do you want to do a third one or?
Yeah, I've got one more.
Okay, let's do that one, and then we'll move on to our segments.
Okie doke. So this was on NBC News. With the discovery of 12 new ones, Jupiter now has more moons than any other planet.
I
Its
saw
official
that.
tally is 92.
Damn. Calm your tits,
Yeah.
Jupiter. Jeez.
Right? Jupiter, give the rest of the solar system a fucking chance.
Yeah, no shit. 92.
92 moons around Jupiter, apparently. So,
Damn.
Cape Canaveral, Florida, astronomers have discovered 12 new moons around Jupiter, putting the total count at a record-breaking 92. That's more than any other planet in our solar system. Saturn, the one-time leader, comes in a close second with 83 confirmed moons. And here we are with just one fucking moon.
One moon.
One moon that
One
we barely
natural
visit.
moon.
That we barely visit.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Jupiter moons were added recently to a list kept by the International Astronomical Union's Minor Planet Center, said Scott Shepard of Carnegie Institution, who is part of the team. They were discovered using telescopes in Hawaii and Chile in 2021 and 2022, and their orbits were confirmed with follow-up observations. These newest moons range in size from about a sixth of a mile to, 0.6 miles to 2 miles. According to Shepard. So, in April, the European Space Agency began sending spacecraft to Jupiter to study the planet and some of its biggest icy moons. And next year, NASA will launch the Europa Clipper to explore Jupiter's moon of the same name, which could harbor an ocean beneath its frozen crust. So,
Big icy moons in your area.
Yeah, so Jupiter and Saturn are loaded with small moons believed to be fragments of a once bigger moons that collided with one another or with comets or asteroids, Shepard said. The same goes for Uranus and Neptune, but they're so distant that it makes moon spotting even harder. For the record, Uranus has 27 confirmed moons,
Jesus.
Neptune 14, Mars 2, and Earth 1. Venus and Mercury come up empty. Jupiter's newly discovered moons have yet to be named. Shepard said only half of them are big enough, at least 1 mile or so, to warrant a name.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say that's a lot of dirty chunks floating around Uranus.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you.
I mean, that kind of tracks, though, because seen plenty of supposition that though one of the reasons that Earth is so habitable is because Jupiter basically takes a lot of hits for us. They clean out a lot of the
like it's a company, Jupiter Incorporated.
Jupiter Incorporated. It clears up a lot of the rogue bodies that would slam into the inner solar system.
That's true. That's
so.
one
And
of
what
the
else?
things.
I mean, some of it collects into itself. Some of it just become moons because it had the right orbital.
I mean, you remember when that comet broke up and hit Jupiter?
Yeah.
What, like 20 years ago
Yeah.
or more? That was amazing, man. That's the kind of shit it does.
Yeah. And it did it a lot more in the earlier solar system because,
yeah.
a lot more shit around.
Because it ate them.
Because we're living in the post, cluttered solar system.
Yes.
It'd be incredibly fucked, but I would love to see see how it like fucks with everybody.
What's that?
Like if moons start going in and out of Jupiter. Like they just that's why we never get a consistent count, because a moon will go into Jupiter and another moon will come out.
Oh, God.
Like just imagine how that would fuck with everybody.
Oh, my God.
I say we're kind of living in the Mary Kondo solar system.
This does not bring joy.
Yeah, these moons didn't bring joy.
Yeah.
So they got swallowed by Jupiter.
Pac-Manning that shit.
Shoveled down its cavernous gullet. Man, that's interesting. Now, I don't know. That's just fascinating to me. And the fact that, and like, I don't know. It's just interesting that we live in a it's not interesting that we live in a solar system where all this stuff happened and like life was able to exist here, because, we wouldn't be here to question it otherwise.
Yeah, it's one of those
Catch-22s?
sort of.
Almost.
I'd call it more there's a term for that, but I can't remember it. Self-evident, self-fulfilling kind of.
I know the term. I can't remember. They keep talking about it on Mysterious Universe. I'm like, wow, you guys are like real woo-woo. But
just we wouldn't, like you said, we wouldn't be here to ponder it if it hadn't been so.
Exactly. So we got a new segment that we're going to do here before we get to X. And this is a big one. My friend, one of my friends is a truck driver for Walmart, and this new segment is called Conspiracies from the Walmart Bathroom.
Oh.
So he sent me this photo, and you know how they have those sort of diamond patterned metal walls in the shitters in the Walmart?
I've spent plenty of time looking at them, so yes.
All right, so
I plan spending a time writing my phone number on them.
Oh, that's terrible.
And drilling holes in them.
Oh, let's not go there. They're sharp.
Well, that's for airflow.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's to get the poop stink out. So he sent me a photo of something written on the wall. And I will read it, and then we can discuss. Area 51 is an adrenochrome factory. Kidnapped kids are taken there. It was never aliens.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, what do you think? Yeah?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Is it?
I mean-
is it
I'm
like?
pretty
Is it an
I'm pretty
Epstein
impressed
thing?
with
So they're saying there were never aliens there.
It's all a cover up for the adrenochrome factory.
they say they've been kidnapping kids since like the 60s,
50s probably.
50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Or this is crazy, but hear me out. It was always just,
Skunk Works.
black projects.
Yeah, didn't we talk a little bit about that with Lazar?
A bit, yes.
Yes. It's in this one particular case. It's
Because
not aliens.
we already know they harvest the adrenochrome in pizzerias in
That's
Washington, D.C.
true. I forgot it's the pizza places.
I'm impressed no word is misspelled in here.
Yeah, that's the other
know,
thing. It's
It's
quite
legible.
Yeah.
It's
For a Walmart
Question-
bathroom?
Questionable,
spell-
like capitalization on
Yeah,
like
yeah.
half the words, but still.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just glad there's not another K word to be capitalized because we don't need 3 Ks. Like that would be the secret code. But like this is, you know,
Kidnap Kids Kitchen.
Oh,
It was
no.
never Kalians.
But no, I mean they spelled kidnapped right. They spelled adrenochrome right. That's the amazing thing. So like, I don't know. It's weird. Ghost Forge asked, did they see that one Torchwood special and lose their minds over it? I don't know. Maybe. I can't make any kind of claims about this person and their sanity. So
I think it was the meth.
that's a good guess.
Yeah, I mean, could be meth, could be. You know.
It's not strung out enough to be meth though.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have had to have been on meth when they did it, but they got the idea when they were on meth. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
It's definitely
Yeah.
not an acid idea.
It looks kind of like Logan Paul's handwriting.
You know, you're right.
Where was this taken?
A Walmart bathroom.
Do you say what state?
No, I'm guessing Arkansas.
Maybe.
This definitely has the Searcy, Arkansas stink on it. Just saying. So that's a thing. I just thought it'd be fun to go over that. Now, that being said, I think it's time for X to give it to us.
Can we like play a clip of that song as like a opening to this at some point, or is
I'd
that like
rather not
fair?
tread that
Fair.
ground.
Fair. All right. So, gentlemen, how many times a week do you shower?
7, 6 if I'm feeling really lazy. I mean, I will admit I skip a day sometimes.
5 at the least.
But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
say
I
it's
will
at
skip
least
a day every few days.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Okay.
You
So-
gotta understand, we're also in Jackson. We have like a lot of water problems.
No, I mean that's never been a problem. It's just more of a I don't feel like showering. Just gonna
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah, you don't leave the house or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
Yeah,
day
it's
two.
didn't
typically
sweat.
off
And
days.
It's also during the winter. Like I could not skip a day during the summer in
Oh, God,
Mississippi
no.
because it's
Yeah.
just like ball
Miserable.
funk central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
smell ball funk coming off somebody like 10 feet away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this thread is titled "Overshowering Conspiracy."
Oh, no.
Let's discuss a conspiracy that deals with hygiene.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the post now.
Please do.
Okay, hygiene in tandem with our immune systems and our body's natural auras is rife with misconceptions. Lipids and microbiomes are what keep us healthy, not lack of bacteria. I healed skin rashes by switching to 1 cold shower a week and using dry methods the rest of the time. Water is not the best method of natural hygiene. It can be corrosive and overdoes it. Plumbing pollutes the water. Plumbing pollutes ARE, water with too many unknown metals and chemicals. To actually build your immunity, you want to have a solid layer of fat over your skin. Ancient Greeks used olive oil. Africans used shea. Pacific Islanders use coconut and palm. Incense can also be used. You will be surprised how clean you can keep without showering while you're still building the necessary microbiome. I see COVID-19 as a manifestation of the hygiene cultural norm taken to its logical conclusion. It sees life as dirty and unnecessary, and I think it prepares its followers for transhumanism. I think we should be open to anything that improves the bioelectricity of our bodies, whether that means switching to different clothing materials or doing specific exercises. What are all your thoughts on this topic? I just love seeing your face, Mike. It just makes me so happy.
Is this the face you expected me to see
Yes,
whenever
yes,
whenever
yes.
you read stuff like that? Yeah, it's
Yes.
You know, it's the transhumanism thing. Do you understand why he brought that up? I just read why he brought that up this week in a book. That, quite frankly, I'm dumber for having read it. And the transhumanism thing is saying that, the what's it called, the RNMA or whatever, the stuff in the COVID vaccine, what's it called?
mRNA.
Yes. Saying that since it alters the genome, it makes you a transhuman and you don't have rights, and you now are owned by the manufacturer of the the vaccine. And
Yeah,
that's what he's saying about the COVID vaccine, the transhumanism.
It doesn't alter your DNA.
Mike, we're owned by Pfizer now.
No,
It's
yes, I'm owned by Pfizer, I guess. Then there's the Moderna people. It's going to be a new civil war, Pfizer versus Moderna.
Yep.
The Johnson and Johnson are just going to be cucks sitting in the corner.
It was the Battle of New York. Them damn Modernas was coming up the hill with their muskets.
I love, because it's such a gradually insane post.
Yes.
It starts off very subtle, and then the further you get in, you're just like, no.
Y'all, I'm sorry there, but Ghost Forge said Johnson & Johnson are in the cuck chair.
I mean, I said they're the cucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I also like Fries, some Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis shit.
Yeah.
No, just that, and especially that whole, a layer of fat over your skin.
Right? Like, I can understand overshowering being a thing. Obviously, putting too many, chemicals on you is going to fuck up your skin.
But
it's okay to take a shower, or maybe you don't use soap, but you definitely, scrub with water.
yeah,
I mean, just don't be Brad Pitt. I mean,
yeah. Well, again, it's like we were talking about those fucking war criminals that don't scrub their legs. Mm-hmm. It's
wait, what?
We were talking about, this is what led to the sock shoe discussion, which I'm sorry lost that. But
Hey, I won that at work. Thank you.
yeah,
very
sure,
much.
okay, sure, the bosses were with you, but the point is, those people that don't scrub their legs because they're like, oh, well, scrub it, the soap's gonna run down your legs. I'm like, well, you do it because you don't want to be a fucking animal.
Oh yeah.
So I have a... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just soapy water touching your body does not make you clean.
I know, it's like...
It's like saying when it rains, my car gets washed. No, it's fucking dirty. It's been fucking dirty for 5 years because I'm too lazy to freaking scrub it with physical force.
It looks like you drove out of a swamp, wash your fucking car, yes.
Yeah. And I mean me in particular, because my truck does look like it drove out of a swamp.
Now, here's my question. I think this is the important question we have to really think about here. And I just want you to take a moment, and I want you to really think about this.
Sure.
How bad do the balls of this dude smell?
Oh my
terrible.
God, this dude's balls.
Look, they have crotch funk that would knock out a horse at 30 paces.
It's like, look, it's a banshee coming out of his pants, screaming. You get near his balls, it is a sign someone will die.
It just fucking smells like cheese and olive oil. It smells like a Greek salad.
I mean, sure.
Oh God!
It smells like an Olive Garden.
When you're here, you're filthy.
It smells like an Olive Garden dumpster.
I mean, yeah, sure. Brad Pitt stinks, but he looks like Brad Pitt, so he's got that going. These guys
if you look
definitely
like us and smell like Brad Pitt, you've got problems.
You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt smell.
Brad Pitt stink. Yep. Oh my God! Wow.
I'm going to see if there are any good replies in here.
Please
but I think
do.
It's probably a lot of people agreeing with him.
Yeah.
of course
yeah.
there are.
No, this is kind of like going in the carnivore subreddit, and it's like, hey, my teeth are falling out after I started eating raw meat. Should I eat something else? And everybody's like, no, eat more meat.
First response, someone quoted him as "Make love, not war," and the response is "Take a shower, hippie."
Yeah.
Let's see. No, it's just like a lot of Anons talking about their bathing habits, which I don't care to learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really
So
feel like that's going to help
when I
anybody.
first started going to Dragon Con,
This
I
is
found
relevant.
out that the gaming room was in the basement of one of the hotels, specifically because it was out of the 5 hotels, it was the room that could be made to get the coldest, just to cut down on people perspiring and the funk of the
Yeah.
unwashed gaming denzens, because apparently there are plenty of people that will go to the gaming room and just like live there
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
not
I've
go to
heard.
their room and shower.
Fry is agreeing with you. Oh man, the Dragon Con gaming room stank.
They it's so bad that some people will like try to like do PSAs about Dragon Con bathing, and then other people will weirdly start saying don't like body shame them, which is like,
Fuck you. I'm gonna body
Weird.
shame your stinky ass.
I mean, if you stink, like everything else, like looks and all that aside,
Yeah.
if you freaking stink,
If you smell like a horse that's been left in the sun,
I mean, yeah, admittedly, shaming is not constructive,
I don't know,
But
man.
I
If
think-
it gets them out of there,
but I think also like saying, hey, you should at least take 1 or 2 showers during con
oh yeah,
is not like very destructive.
That's why I carry air fresheners with me whenever I go to a convention, and I'll just like plant them on people.
oh wow, that's a good idea. Also, if anyone out there is going to be at Dragon Con, me and Mike and Dusty and several of our friends will be there.
But if your ass stinks, stay away.
Yeah, please. If you don't
I mean,
shower,
if
just
you're li-
wave
I
from
think-
a distance.
I think if you're listening to this, you might have good hygiene. I would hope to think you have good hygiene practices.
Okay, I do have a reply that's fun, and it opens up a whole new path for discussion.
Okay.
Okay, the reply is, what really woke me up as to how much misinfo we have in hygiene is the Essene Gospel. Apparently, enemas should be routine as well. 4chaners could learn something from that. I bet a lot of you have things to clear.
Oh, God,
Okay.
that's like getting into the whole like what is it? The cleansing shit and things.
Having, this may be TMI, but having experienced enemas, I cannot recommend them.
I mean, there's a medical like time and place for them, sure, but they're definitely not should be something that you're regularly doing.
No, God no.
Look,
Christ.
the human body. I've read before that the human body is a very lazy system, and if you regularly are performing enemas, it basically allows your bowels to go, all right, I don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, and Ghost Forge did bring up there are people that have medical issues that make them
Yes, but
odoriferous.
but you typically
But-
don't get like 50 of them
Yeah,
in a room at a table.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, the other
they're
thing-
few and far between enough that it shouldn't be an issue.
It's different.
But yeah, even then, with the people who have the legit medical issue that causes them to be a little more odorous,
I'm sure
they're
they, like, take
aware of
steps.
it. Yeah, and they take steps to
Yeah.
reduce its impact. So again, yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea of shaming people, but sometimes you gotta shame some people.
Yeah.
You try to help them first, and then if
Yes.
they don't get the
Yeah.
idea, take the
Yeah.
hint. Maybe you got to move on to more drastic measures.
Right. So, well, that was educational.
And
So let's move on to questions and round out the night. Questions. All right. So the first one is from Clark Wayne.
Clark, friend of the show.
Sometimes host, head of the station. He asks, if all these different alien species that you guys talk about showed up, what human religions do you think they might join if they were interested? And me and some of the guys have been talking about this, right? And one of the things I realized is that the Greys would be Scientologists.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the one they go with.
Now, you remember when we did that documentary riff patron bonus, and it was like that religion that they showed in that documentary? Yes, the Raelian. I think that it's going to be that one.
Oh, you think they joined the Raelians?
Yeah.
Well, see, I have another one, and this is one I just had some time to think about. The Nordics.
Mm-hmm.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Big, dumb, white, blonde guys. Yeah, no, they're going to Utah. That's a given.
Yep.
So how about you, David? Like the tall whites.
Okay, the tall white. No, I'm with you on that. Like, I think. See, we haven't done our like guide to the different alien races because it's a very crowded galaxy.
It is extremely crowded.
So I'm not up to date 100% on who is out there.
Right. But you know some.
I think the ultimate funny fuck you of it all would be Scientology.
Yeah.
Like if they're just like, nope, this is right.
Yeah, this is it. This is the right one.
They come in their 747s.
The tall whites show up in 747s. Hey, man, have you heard the good word of not being Xenu? So, Mike.
Yeah.
The reptilians. What church do they join?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the reptilians.
They're just big evil bastards that eat humans.
I mean, are you talking about like the reptilians that like supposedly George Bush and everybody are? Or?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they would be just whatever religion like suits their needs.
Do we have a like sun? Do we have a sun cult that's still out there because maybe they just like want to worship the sun? Because they're cold-blooded?
Yeah, because, Lacerda likes to strip naked and lay in the sun and rubber boobs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if there is one. Now, there's one species we really do need to figure out what religion they are real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mantis cucks.
Protestants.
Ooh.
I was going to say
there's nothing more. There's nothing more waspy than sitting in the cuck chair.
I was going to say worshiping the Greek gods because, like, Hera kept getting cucked by Zeus.
That's true.
Well, she didn't watch. She was more of a cheated on spouse, but
yeah.
I mean, she knew what was going on, but she's like, what am I going to do? He's the boss.
I don't agree. Children of God. You know that weird sex cult?
Oh, God.
Yep, that's the Mantis cucks.
Oh, no.
They just sit there in the corner, and now I just keep picturing Zorak going, yeah, that's hot.
Zorak was a Mantis cuck.
Touch that lady's down there's.
Oh, God.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll come back to this topic when we do all them aliens and discuss.
It will be worked into the script.
Yes, it will be worked into the script. So, next question is from David Davis.
Who's this?
The questions are
motherfucker?
coming from inside the host.
Oh my God! So this one is Bigfoot versus Mothman in a steel cage match. Who wins?
And it's specifically the steel cage match from the 1998 Hell in the Cell with the Undertaker and Mankind.
That's the one where he threw Mankind off onto the tables, isn't it?
Yes.
And
yes.
They were, somebody stop the damn fight. I remember
this
that.
This man is broken.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what? I'm just going to hand it to Bigfoot. He's got the reach. Yeah. He can jump. Mothman, I don't know. I don't think Mothman's much of a fighter. The worst he's going to do is give Bigfoot conjunctivitis.
Well, which Mothman are we talking about? Are we talking about like the sexy He-Man Mothman, statue Mothman?
It's your question. Which
the
one are you
question,
talking about?
dude. Which one?
But no, like it depends. Like if it were like a regular Mothman, sure, like I can see Bigfoot taking it. But if it's the Bean statue Mothman that looks like a Masters of the Universe action figure,
Okay,
I may
then
have to
it,
give it to Mothman.
it has a chance, but I really think it's just a big dumb moth guy with gooey eyes that gives you conjunctivitis.
And the fact that it's in a cage means he can't just fly away or use, speed to his advantage.
It was a tall cage.
Yeah, but he's just gonna be at the top going lamp, and
He's going to be trying
Bigfoot's
to
gonna
get at
jump
the
up there, grab
stage
him.
lights.
Yeah.
Okay, so which fucking cryptid would you put up against Bigfoot?
Oh
A
fuck.
steel
Like
cage match.
7 goblins. Bigfoot or 7 goblins.
It's
They're
a fucking Royal
bulletproof.
Rumble.
What's that?
It's a fucking Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Every like 5 minutes, a new goblin enters.
Yes. I just think that'd be good.
Now I just want to imagine what the different hype music is for the different cryptid wrestlers as they enter.
I really feel like this should be the new celebrity death match.
We should make this a game.
I was going to say, we
Yes.
need a video game of this.
We need a card game of this.
I could design that.
Please, we need this badly. We need a card game. Cryptid
Well,
wrestling throwdown.
You got to decide, man. Card game or book? Because we have
card
the other
game.
project.
Card game.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
There is so much money to be had in fun card games about cryptids wrestling. Mothman comes out. You can't see me. Lamp.
It's the CWC, the Cryptid Wrestling Coalition.
Oh my God, that's
Dude,
perfect.
yes.
Oh
Instead of
man,
the
I'm
WCW.
glad that's down in audio so we can go back and hear that and remember.
Copywriting this shit right now.
Oh yeah. All right, so we got a question from God Thimperer Ghost Forge. So I'm listening to the Vonyich manuscript episode again, you poor bastard, and something occurred to me. Has anyone considered that something about the design of the Naked Lady pages could be part of the translation key? Basically, I'm saying that it might not be encoded in a cryptography manner, but the key might be hidden in plain sight in a simple application of steganography. I said that right. Like the number of ladies in a pool gives you the point at which to stop reading a given line or something like that.
Or the number of nipples.
And obviously it would loop eventually. That's a good point. I'm not going to lie.
There's been so many people who have studied this. I am sure someone has thought of that. But even then, okay, so if you have a certain number of naked ladies on the page, that doesn't tell you where you start reading from.
You start at the beginning.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, for example, once you get to the naked lady page, because it's a very specific section.
Yes.
You still need okay, now that I know that there's some sort of code here in the naked ladies, how do I apply it to the text? Is it from this point? Is it from the beginning? Is it from a future spot? Is the point listed within the naked ladies?
What if you're supposed to masturbate?
And the post-nut clarity lets you translate it?
You complete me, Mike.
I've only known you for, God, too many years.
30-something years, yeah.
It's just as valid as any other Voynich theory.
Yep. Post-nut clarity is the key, guys. That's it. Yep. Okay. So,
but what about all the water sports?
Oh, we're not getting there.
Not yet, at
that's
least.
just a kink.
Stay tuned for Supernatural Selection After Dark.
What a bum bum bum. So, Man in Black has her last question of the night. With Valentine's Day coming up, what gift would a cryptid give to you, and what gift would you leave a cryptid?
Well, the latter part one with the Mothman's easy.
Lamp.
Beans.
Beans. Oh, yes. You leave it beans. It gives you silk.
I love it. It gives you a silk robe. Made it itself.
Yeah. I made this from my body.
One of the sexy little, Japanese, thigh length robes.
Oh, yeah. That's hot. Yeah. And then Bigfoot brings you like a pile of pine cones because that's what he knows.
You leave Bigfoot.
oranges. Remember that we
Oh,
talked
right,
about
the
like
oranges. Right, the
Yeah.
oranges. I'd
But
bring...
what do you leave the Bigfoot?
No. The Bigfoot is kind of like what you call it, like shy. It throws the rocks at you. Just
Oh, that's all it...
Aw.
Oh, he's throwing it like at the window.
yeah.
Like, Becky, wake up.
But then when you open the window, he's hiding behind a tree because, yeah, he's shy.
And you know what I bring him? Brown beef.
I would say
Yeah,
like
like a Slim
spring
Jim,
salad.
maybe?
Did you say potato salad?
Spring salad.
Oh, I was going to say potato salad. Mike, your Operation 5 pounds of potato salad with bacon? Yeah.
Hungry.
There you go. That's what I'd want if I were Bigfoot and you were the object of my affection. I'd want you to give me potato salad. So, and the other one we really need to ask about is the goblins. What do they give you? Other than terror.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble. Okay, what do you leave the goblins?
Whatever
same.
they want. Bullets? I don't know.
You know, I have a feeling like all you gotta do is buy like a jumbo bag of pixie sticks and they're happy as shit.
Kettle corn.
Then they'll be all like
Kettle
hyped
corn.
up on sugar and
Yeah.
That's what
10
I'm
times
saying.
worse.
Yeah, that's what they want though. That's what got them there to begin with.
That just reinforces my idea that they were just a bunch of kids.
Or give them the handy candy heart things is what Ghost Forge says. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. The ones that say like, you'll do.
Now, you can give any one of these cryptids candy, and that's fine for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But the way you make a relationship is you give them an experience.
An experience.
Oh, you're talking about like a handy under the table.
If that's what it takes to seduce.
Do you really want to know if a cryptid's giving you a hand job, Mike? I mean, wouldn't you? Do you want to open your eyes?
If the BJ's amazed, don't gaze.
Damn
Are
it.
you ready for an experience?
Add it. Are you ready for an experience? God, that fucking... I'll never be able to watch Spirits Within. Thank you for reminding me that of that Ghost Forge. Thank you. Come on, Luke. Let's watch the movie. All right. Well, look. Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight. We had a lot of fun doing this live recording, and we hope you'll still tune in to hear the cut-together version. Ghost Forge, I know you will. You tend to listen more than I do. And so don't forget, you can find everything you need to know about the show at supernatpod.rocks. You'll find a link to our Discord where once a month you will be able to join in on these live shows. You can find a link to our Patreon, which again, thank you, Ruth Ann. And you can find, well, you know, our contact form. We're always looking for advertisers. If you would like to advertise at the front of the show or our mid-credits roll, if you're an independent creator, we would love to plug your stuff. $2 a show. So
Plug all your holes of advertising.
Wow.
I quit. No,
It is getting late.
it is.
Yes.
So, David, have you got anything to plug?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and plug a YouTube channel. My friend Ambrose Quintanilla, he has his YouTube channel at In Your Face Studios. He just recently took a trip to Boston. He did a whole bunch of videos about trying food and checking out the sites. He's one of my best friends, very funny guy. He also owns a comic book shop, so he's a cool dude. Follow him, check out his videos, good stuff.
Cool. I'm just going to plug, once again, Flag for Content from our own Darth Plato. Really fun podcast if you're into flags or if you're not into flags. And don't forget to also check out Spooky Dice Bag, where I am now a regular cast member on there as Randril the Dragonborn. So
Hell yeah.
check that out. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next time.
I thought Mike was having a heart attack real quick, but no, he was picking up the very large cat.
Ginger. Always my sweet girl. All right, guys, we will see you next time. So until then. Oh, wait, before we do that, we got a new feature to end with. Enriqueisms. Remember, kids, Enrique says, which means if at first you don't succeed, you did it wrong. So, until next time, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Cat ASMR.
That is a loud purr from her.